Hi, I'm Kendall with the Rawls Group. The old African proverb, "it takes a village," illustrates the essential nature of a team approach to succession planning. Succession planning is a complex endeavor. As such, it requires leveraging the expertise of a diversity of backgrounds. Collaboration and different expert opinions provides a 360-degree approach, ensuring the possible, probable, and potential issues impacting your long-term vision are addressed. To provide insight into common questions received from business owners, we are leveraging the village of our valued strategic relationships. As you listen to this episode, you'll be able to immediately apply the key takeaways and you'll come back for more. Now we're going to focus on how do you best support employees at different stages of stress and potentially grief?
Keep in touch with all the staff as often as you can. I try to do it daily and touch base with just about every person I can. If you're a much larger firm than we are, that would be very tough to do. But I do try very, very constantly to be in contact with all staff and just get a feel for how they're doing. And it's not just work wise, it's just with how they're doing with everything and dealing with this whole pandemic, no matter where they're located. And keep up in current events, what's going on in their life, and just show that you really have a genuine interest in what's going on with them. So a frequent contact with them just to show that you care about them and want to have contact with how things are going for them is very important. Another thing is ask for their feedback. How are they doing through all this? What can you do to help them? How is it going for them from a technology standpoint? Or are you able to give them what they need to work efficiently and the freedoms to work efficiently? Because you have to be flexible. And in many cases, you have single parents or families homeschooling their kids or caring for elderly parents or just dealing with infected people, and what that has a really tough addition to stress in their life. So dealing with that and being as flexible as you possibly can. And to help them out with that, you have to have very high-end technology to discuss things with them on a virtual standpoint, have open architecture for them to work on whoever they're working on in your work, and be able to transfer files among staff people or deal with whatever they need to transfer work to someone else. I have the flexibility to do that. So I have to constantly monitor the workflow and their capability of doing that, and also be aware that you might be working under different hours. During homeschooling time, they may not be able to function in the firm as normal because they'll be homeschooling their children. So you have to be flexible to keep up with that as well. So having high-end technology, making sure that it's working efficiently and effectively all the time is very critical as well. Keeping camaraderie up all the time is also critical. Have a lot of functions, virtual functions, virtual happy hours. We're in the process of sending gift baskets to some of our staff, to all of our staff, for them to have a social happy hour with us, which include a care package and whatever their favorite drink and libation is, for us to have a nice work atmosphere and a nice social hour. Have virtual happy hours and happy, healthy times. So we're allowing our staff to have virtual gyms and opening up our work areas for our technology so they could have virtual workouts and things like that, so they can be healthy and eat as well. And so basically just try to do what you can to keep in touch with them and see what their stress points are and work with them. We've had to have some meetings of concern with some of our staff that have been stressed, and to let them know that we're there for them, that we care about them and with their well-being, with their families, and that's very important and critical to us. So you have to be patient and allow them to deal with those matters. And so we've had to talk with a number of our staff and have some nice sessions with them. In the event of something bad, if something goes wrong with them, some kind of things that's going to cause some stress and more stress and grief, you also have to be sensitive to that as well and give them time to grieve and deal with things, and show as much compassion as you can. Let the staff, the rest of their workforce and the staff they work with know that they have some issues, and we need to be sensitive to things that they have, and for all the staff to be sensitive and have some camaraderie in the time of grieving for them. And the only way to do that is to keep talking with them and keep the lines of communication open. And if they're not communicative with you, then you need to ask questions just to show that you're concerned, and be able to deal with that as well. And in the unlikely event you need to have professional counseling, maybe offer that as well as a type of employee benefit. But bottom line is happy staff equals a happy company, and your customers and clients will thrive and be better served from you if you can help maintain a happy staff and show that you're caring for them all the time.
That's a very good question, Kendall, especially when you're the leadership of an organization with many employees, key managers in diverse situations. And the best way to help these employees is to capitalize on your relationship. Now, that says something right there, that if you don't have a relationship with them, it's very difficult to help them during different stages of stress and grief. As a leader, I highly encourage you to have a relationship. Now, you can't be intimate with everybody in your organization, but you can know them, and you can know them having spent time with them personally, either as an individual or in groups. Now, needless to say, the higher these people are in the rank, the more important they are to you, and it's those people that you can spend time with personally. And the lower down in the ranks they go, they need to know you, they need to see you, they need to feel you, but it doesn't mean that you have to take everybody in the organization to lunch. You might meet with them in groups. But relationship is based upon your ability to relate. You understand them, you understand their circumstances, you understand their families, their community. They understand you, they understand your background, and they understand the number one thing they want to know, and that is you care. And I wish I could tell you could do that without spending time building that opportunity to relate, but you can't. So I highly encourage you to build a relationship and then capitalize on that relationship when your employees encounter these times of stress. Now, the best way to do that, in my opinion, is be genuine. I mean, if there's grief going on, you just can't drop yourself into that and slap people on the back and tell them that, hey, you shouldn't feel so bad. No, they feel bad. Just be genuine. Be a person who doesn't have all the answers, doesn't have all the words, but I'm just here for you. I'm somebody who really has concern for your welfare, concern for your family, and if there's anything I can do, I can do it. But I'm not the answer man, and I'm not one here that's going to give you all the direction of how you cure this depression or this grief or whatever it is you're going through. And then share with them your personal circumstance. If you're the leader of an organization, you've had a diverse background where you've encountered stress. You've encountered grief in your own environment. And how did you get through it? And all they want to know is that you really care, and you can share that you care by telling them a little bit more about your background. That is, hey, they can relate to you better then, and they'll appreciate what you have to say. I just really go by that old adage that the people we deal with don't care how much they know until they know how much we care. And all you need to do is just demonstrate that. And you will be a great aid to them. They know you can't solve their problems. They can't relieve their stress, and you can't make their grief go away. But the fact that you're there, it will mean a great deal for them. And I think that's just the way to do it. Be genuine and share of yourself, and just ask if you can help, whatever you can do.
Thank you to our strategic partners, The Village, for participating and sharing your perspective. Do you have a burning question you want to discuss with an expert? Feel free to submit it via the Ask an Expert link featured on the page. Continue to listen to the series now or come back later for more. Each question featured may want you to learn something new.